Wealthy intolerance. Some might say you are either wrong and or cruel if you harbor these feelings. We're talking about wealthy intolerance or intolerance for the wealthy. What the hell am I talking about? Well, many of you are probably aware, right before Thanksgiving, I believe it was, Luigi Maggione took the life of Brian Thompson, a United Healthcare CEO. Maybe it was at Thanksgiving. But you're all aware of what I'm talking about, where Luigi Maggione walks up and pops this guy in the back several times and kills him. And the outcry in favor of the killer was so substantial, people had to literally take his photo down on the company's website because it was just being overflowed with laughing emojis. Nobody gave a damn what happened to that CEO. So what are we talking about when I say wealthy intolerance or intolerance for the wealthy? Currently in California, they're going through a horrible time with all of these fires, literally burning folks' homes down. They're losing all they have. And there are a host of social media pages and websites where, once again, just like with Brian Thompson losing his life being murdered, people are clicking on the laughing emoji. Wealthy intolerance is what we're talking about. Now, when we talk about Southern California, specifically areas where the fires are like Pacific Palisades, Santa Monica, all of these oceanside towns. Now, it's not cheap to live in California no matter where the hell you live. But if you're living in the Los Angeles area, near the ocean, you're talking $1 million just to get, a room damn near. The cost of living in Southern California is off the chain. So there is no denying that the homes that are being lost here are homes that were owned by well-to-do Americans, in some cases very wealthy Americans. And you can tell that folks are feeling a certain way because when you watch it covered on the news, let's say Fox News or some of the commentator channels, they're going out of the way to state, there are people from all backgrounds living in this area. It's not just rich people. They are feeling what I am discussing here, wealthy intolerance. They are feeling that the sympathy towards wealthy people when something bad happens is at an all-time low in this country. Or am I seeing that wrong? I want to ask you folks that. That's what we're talking about. Have you not noticed or began to notice that America is growing less and less empathetic towards the haves when they meet some type of tragic outcome? Like Brian Thompson when Luigi Maggione murdered him. A lot of folks are starting to feel that way, that when something bad happens to wealthy folks, they don't seem to be very sympathetic. We're starting to have a lack of tolerance towards wealthy individuals in this country. Or maybe I'm seeing it wrong. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about that? Now, it's wrong to see any sort of joy in regards to somebody losing their home, no matter how much money they have. I mean, having every damn thing you have lost in a fire has got to suck. Even wealthy people have heirlooms and photos and irreplaceable items that they're losing. But there are a host of folks on some of these social media pages that seem to have little to no sympathy for them at all. Now, I've said, we didn't get into politics on this too much, but I have said during some of my political lives that I personally believe if President Trump was to drop dead from a health condition, there would be a hell of a lot of folks that would be celebrating his demise. That is wrong as can be. But that does not mean what I'm saying is not true. Remember when Obama announced that he had taken out bin Laden and people ran out in the streets yelling USA and they were gleeful? I actually believe at least 15% of Americans would be that way if Trump had a health condition that took his life. I actually believe that right now. Now, 10, 15 years from now, once he's out of office, maybe the story changes. But right now, while he's president, I actually do believe that. And Trump is a little bit different, though, than just simply being wealthy. I mean, in Trump's case, not to go too far into Trump, but I mean, he likes the back and forth. I mean, he likes getting in arguments. He does say bad things about people, just like people say bad things about him. So, having folks that really hate you and not like you kind of comes along with the territory. Right now, in fact, with what's going on in Southern California, Trump is already all over the place, putting fault on both the mayor and the governor of California. He's blaming them. Now, when anytime there's a mass shooting, the liberals blame gun ownership and Republican politicians, and the response is often, now it's too soon to do that. The families are still mourning the loss of their children that were killed in school. It's too soon for the Democrats to do that. Well, Trump is placing blame while they're still finding bodies. So he's kind of doing the same thing. I don't think the right is going to really criticize him on it, but he is indeed doing the same thing. So the whole notion of it's too soon seems to not have been bestowed upon him. But fact is, the officials in Southern California are admitting that they expect the death toll to go up. I mean, you see the air shot. There's, homes that are destroyed for miles, square miles of homes that are just rubble. It looks like the aftermath of Hiroshima or Nagasaki or something like that. So they got to dig through all of that. And who knows how many fossils, skulls they'll come up with. So how could you say it's not too soon? I mean, let's find out what happens first. But yeah, they are blaming Democrats, Democratic policies, the governor of California. They're blaming them heavy right now. And of course, like I said, it is Trump. But have you noticed, as I stated, that there seems to be a lack of empathy for wealthy individuals that encounter, a tragic event or have something bad happen, like a weather system or something like that? Let me know in the comments. I don't favor it, but I want to see if you guys are seeing it too, because it could get bigger. Now, under the Trump administration, he has several billionaires on his team. Are they going to pass legislation that's going to be helpful to people that are downtrodden, or are they going to defend people that are like them? We'll see what happens. But if the disparity of wealth grows, my humble opinion is you're going to see less and less empathy towards the wealthier population. Wrong or right? Let me know what you think. As always, feel free to smash that like button. See you in the next video.